Fresh from the showcase here at Swiss Watch Expo, the Superocean from Breitling has gone jumbo, and we've got a beautiful example right here. So if you are in the market for your first dive watch, chances are the Breitling Superocean has probably crossed your radar a little bit. Super popular sport watch, really the most basic dive offering from Breitling. Comes in a ton of different varieties though, which is one thing I really love about that model versus say a Submariner or a Seamaster, which only comes a few ways. There are a ton of different Superoceans, some of which don't look anything like any of the others. And this here is a beautiful example of one here. This is the biggest one to date, a 48mm titanium DLC coated Superocean. Like so many of them, and I've said this before, but this is really like none other that they've made before. When you think of Breitling, you may be thinking of very large timepieces, particularly like the Bentley models. Some Navitimers get very large. The Superocean has not been a piece that really has been super jumbo in the past. They make some 42mm. 46 is really on the larger side for men's, which is another size of Superocean they make, but certainly not very large as far as Breitling goes. This is an exception, a massive 48mm case with a good solid thickness, good long lugs. This one is going to have a massive wrist presence. If you're a larger guy, you have a larger wrist, definitely one to consider, especially if you haven't considered any of the other Superoceans before. Now, while you're thinking this massive case must be incredibly heavy, but it's actually not. This is a DLC coated titanium. So while not lighter than air or anything like that, you certainly feel like you're wearing something. This is much lighter than what a steel counterpart would be in this size. So definitely one that you can take a lot of places. This is really meant to be a good rugged, a real rugged sort of field type of watch, or definitely one to be worn in the ocean. And that's really something that Breitling excels in. This is a really military inspired look, I think, and a great deal also because of this forest green color. And it's a beautiful color that goes very well on this dial. This is a little reminiscent of a Rolex vignette dial because depending on where the light hits it, the green certainly appears a lot lighter in the center of the dial as it goes towards the outside. Now, if you're a big fan of faux Tina markers, this is a great watch for you. I happen to love it. A really big, thick markers and hands, and with a beautiful sort of khaki colored patina. Here again glows incredibly bright, but it still has a real rugged old school field watch look, which is something I really love. And they definitely didn't make field watches in this size to my record back in the day. So this is really only something you can get nowadays with Breitling. Now your strap options are truly endless when it comes to something like this, but what Breitling put on it from the factory I think is a great choice. Breitling rubber strap. This is a factory original rubber strap, obviously, if you can't tell by the massive Breitling lettering that is on it. But again, a forest green sort of military inspired color goes great with this watch, but of course you can mix and match it with dozens of other colors. A solid case back here, again, titanium DLC coating on the case back as well. Whoops, with the Breitling and the Flying V or the Flying B logo on the back. A really great option from Breitling, and really one that's unlike something that I've seen them make in the past. But this is still trademark Breitling. A military-inspired look, definitely like air, sea, and land sort of aesthetics here. And again, the khaki green is a color that just looks so well on so many different watches, especially big rugged pieces like this one. So of course, if you're looking for something a little more measured, a little bit smaller, we've got a lot of that too. But hey, big guys looking for big watches, this is one that you cannot sleep on. A fantastic value on a really unique offering from Breitling. We've got this and so much more, so check out our newer arrivals and give us a call at SwissWatchExpo.com.